So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we were doing mathematics in parallel with our algorithms and all. So last video was algorithms. We have done till greedy algorithms along with POIQs. Okay, so I told you to do this test series, so I hope you are doing that. And other than that, we are doing mathematics in parallel. We have done mathematical logic, everything, concept and questions, and now we will move on to next is set theory and algebra. Okay, so if you haven't watched mathematical logic, it will not much make any difference because this is a totally different topic. Set theory and algebra, I think you all have done in class 2 level or in UG level. Everyone had this, but still I will take it as you haven't done, and I will start from scratch like I did, like this. So it's okay even if you haven't seen this mathematical logic, but still you can do. So I will always suggest to do mathematics in parallel because it's better. Mathematics is all about practice, so I hope you are doing practice more. Okay, so let's start with this. Don't have to waste much time now. Let's move on to our set theory and algebra. We'll start with this. Okay, this is a big topic. It will take some time. I will do in parallel. I will do dynamic algorithm also, and then we will finish with DAA, but let's stick to this today. So if you love my channel, please do subscribe and click the bell icon. Okay, so please do that, it's a request. Now let's see this is our topic. This is just the basic set theory and algebra. This is our topic, or you can say the subject, and this was a huge thing. I think in UG hours in 4th semester, I think this was there. I don't remember exactly. For yours, I don't know, because different universities, different streams, like I was in IT, you must be from CSE or not, so I don't know. So let's see. So set theory and algebra, first what is sets. So this is sets. Let's do sets first, and we will do relation. Okay, so now set, this is a set is a defined as well as defined unordered, as a well-defined, sorry, as well as not. A set is a defined as a well-defined unordered collection of distinct elements. So these are the very important points I have mentioned. So first thing is set is it's a collection of unordered and distinct elements. Okay, so these two are very crucial. Okay, so it mustn't be ordered. It can be in any order, and this has to be distinct. And distinct in everything we have seen in algorithms also. Distinct mean that every element will be of different values. Okay, so in MSTs we have seen recently that every edge weight, if the MST is distinct, means every edge weight will contain different values. Okay, like this 1 2 3 4 5. If this MST contains a this is not a MST. Okay, so this is just a graph. If the graph contains distinct elements, means in every edge weight will be different. Like this, in this set, every edge, every element will be different, and another thing is it is unordered. So this is the two important key points. Now let's see some sets. So this is a set of A where the elements are 1 2 3 4. See, we have written it down as 1 2 3 4. It can be written down in anything like 4 2 3 1. So this is not even in descending order, not even in ascending order. So it is just any order. So it can be written it like this also. So now next is set of natural numbers. So I hope you remember natural numbers start from 1. Okay, so about all the number systems we will do in general aptitude. I have started general aptitude. I am trying to make more videos as much as possible, so I will try to do that. So in number system we will do all about natural numbers, real numbers, and different types of numbers. So just for now, you will see that B is the set of natural numbers. So in nothing will be repeated, or everything is distinct. Okay, so now let's see number C. This is all are this is what even numbers, 2 4 6 8 till infinity, and D is all odd numbers. So these are just these are written in order, but it can be written in some different order also. let's say S is a set of all students in a class. So students, this is a set in our class, so all the students are present, that is also called a set. So these are some examples. So now let's see, this is let's take this 3 examples. Okay, so A first is 1 1 2 3, next A is 1 2 3, next is 2 1 3. Okay, so all these are basically same. Why same? Because it contains distinct and unordered elements. Okay, so all these things 1 1 2 3, it will basically come down to as 1 2 3. Okay, so even if we have 2 ones here, it will be converted to one single one, mean 1 1. Okay, means it will be this 2 will be merged into 1, because these 2 values are basically same, so you can merge it into 1. These are the same, and since we have told you unordered or ordered doesn't matter, because it is basically unordered. So this ordered 1 2 3 or 2 3 1 basically same. Okay, so now I hope you have understood all this. So I will suggest you to make your own notes, so please pause the video whenever you are watching, so please make own notes. So you will always find notes online, everywhere it's available, so but still I'll suggest you to make your own notes, that will be more helpful, at least I feel that. Okay, so I made my own notes, so in that way revision is also very easy, because you have made your own notes, so you will be you will have this in mind that I have put these things in that place and everything, because while you are making notes in your notebook, you are writing down. Okay, so you're not just watching a video like a movie, you are actually making notes, writing everything down. So this will things will be in your memory, I mean not mugging up, I mean like you are doing everything, the topics and concepts, this will go into your brain directly, and this will stay longer, I feel. Okay, like this. So let's move on to null sets now. So now let's see this too, null set. Okay, so null set means, see, null value we have seen in like this when we were doing C and DS. Null means nothing is present, so no, empty set. Okay, so null set means no, nothing is present, it is basically empty set. Let me check this recording. Yes, so now null set, a set with no elements, is simple, it contains no elements. So the important thing is denoted by phi or just second bracket open close. Okay, but not both. Okay, so this is a huge mistake people do. So only phi or second braces open close, but not both. This is very important in TOC also, because I also used to do all these mistakes, and some test series I remember there were some options given A, B, C and D, and I chose this was also an option. We had to find something, I don't remember, but we have to find something, and I chose this. This is our null set, so be very careful here. So that's why I'm telling you all my mistakes, so you please don't repeat them. So in TOC also this is present in extensive way, like null string and everything is there, so we will do that, but for now let's concentrate here. So just be careful here, either this or this, but not both at the same time. So now subset, these are all very important and basic things, I hope you know, but still I am going to do all this, so let's not take more time here, just see this. If every element of A is also an element of B, then A is a subset of B. Okay, so also just don't opposite it. So means every element in A is also present in every element in B, so A is a subset of B, so means A is the smaller version and B is the bigger version. Let's see like this. So example, this is taken, A contains 2 elements 1 and 2, B contains 3 elements 1 2 3, so A is a part of B. Okay, so B contains more things, so B is the bigger one, and so A is our subset of this set B. So this thing, don't just do the opposite. So this is nothing but like some mistakes we do, obviously these are silly mistakes, as we tend to change swap these things, so this might happen. So another thing is like this, now note, this is important, right, for every set A, let's say a set A is present, the set A and the phi are called trivial subset, means even if it's not mentioned that what is this is subset or something, but the trivial ones are the whole set. I mean whatever it contains. Let's say it contains this 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so one subset will contain the whole thing. This is a trivial one, and another subset is just the phi, or you can say this open and close brace. Okay, so means empty set will be one trivial subset and the whole set will be another trivial subset. Okay, like this means even if it is not mentioned or anything, this two will be given. So many questions like in not in subset will be given like do find the like non-trivial ones. Okay, so even in the latest DBMS and also we will see functional dependency, trivial ones and non-trivial ones. So let be accustomed with these terms. Okay, so now let's move on to next proper subset. So now let's see proper subset. Okay, so proper subset is any subset. Basically we have seen already subset of A which is not a trivial one is called proper subset. So I have already told you the trivial ones are the whole set or the null set. Okay, so apart from this whichever is the subset is called the proper subset of that set. In other than this, all are non-trivial ones. Okay, and those are called proper subset. So here is a point: if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, so basically these two are same. So it cannot be true like A is something lesser than B and B is something lesser than B. It can be true when both the sets are equal. Okay, so this is a note like this. And the next is the number of elements that are present in a set is called cardinality of the set. Okay, so now if a set contains, let's say our previous ones 1 2 3 4 5, so here cardinality of the set is 5. Okay, so 5 elements are present, so this is called cardinality of the elements. Okay, the cardinality of the set, sorry. So here it is 5. So now let's see power set of A. Okay, so here what is power set? This is also very important. So if A is a finite set, so first thing is it has to be finite, then finite set, then the set of all subset possible of A is called power set. Means we have already seen subset, and if let's say if a finite set A is present, so the all possible subset of that A, particular A, is now called power set. With examples it will be clear. So let's say it is denoted now it is denoted by PA. Okay, so if so A is a set, so PA is power set. So now let's see, A is our set which contains two elements A and B. So now power set will contain all possible subset. So the trivial ones are, you know, which is null subset and which contains both the elements. These two are trivial. So this we have written, this is one trivial, this is another trivial, the other subsets are A or B. So all possible subset they have to be present. Okay, so this is our power set. So power set is this, power set of A is this power set. Okay, also another thing you have to notice that here if the number of elements are 2, okay, so the power set will contain 2 to the power number of elements. So here 2 to the power 2 is 4. So you can say 1 2 3 4, 4 elements are present. Next example is C. If B is equals to A comma B comma C, so three elements in our set. Elements. Okay, so now power set will contain all possible subsets. So next is B contains 3 elements, we have written it already. So now what will be power set? This is power set of B. Okay, not A. Power set of B will contain the trivial ones and all non-trivial subsets possible. So here the trivial ones are 5 and the whole set A, B, C all are present, and the all possible subsets like singleton sets A, B, C, and like permutation combination but like permuting A, B, B, C, all the things are present. So all possible A, B, B, C, C, A. Okay, so now the our proper subset will contain, so 2 to the power 3, which is 8. Okay, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yes, all 8 are present. Okay, so I hope this is easy. Okay, so knowing this all terminologies are very important, because while doing questions this kind of this terminologies will be used. Okay, so that's why please make a note of all these things. Now let's see complement and difference. Okay, so now first thing you need to know is universal set. So universal set is set of all objects under discussion. It is denoted by U. It is denoted by U. It means all the set we are considering is our universal set. Means it is our like we in our mathematical logic, if we have taken the whole universe is this, and we are taking a part of it. So let's say this is our universe which are containing all the sets. Okay, like this. So these are containing all the sets like this. So now it's okay, complement of a set. So complement we have used a lot of times even in CETS, then mathematical logic. So if A is this, so its complement will be A bar. In our mathematical logic we have seen like negation. Here we can write it as A complement. Okay, so in words, if A is any set, then complement of A is denoted by A bar or A complement. So now let's see like in a set. So A complement is equals to X. So now bar X doesn't belong to, this is belongs to, and this is doesn't belong to. This cross over this belongs to is doesn't belong to A, and X belongs to universe. So what is like this? So let's say this is our universe and this is our A. Let's say like a Venn diagram. So this is our universe, the whole thing, and this part is A, and X is a part, X doesn't belong to this A, and X is X belongs to U. So other than this A, everything is basically X A complement. Okay, like this. So let me write it in another color. So this part is our A, so you should write it down. Let's say this is A, and the other all the present, everything present in the universe apart from A is our A complement, like this. Okay, I hope this is understandable. So now let's move on to set difference. Set difference, if A and B are two sets, there are two sets, then A minus B is equals to A belongs to A and X doesn't belong to B. So okay, so these are and not or, we have to satisfy both the condition. Let's say this is our universe, so this is A, this is B, this set is A and this set is B, and the whole thing is universe. So A minus B is, it is present in A but it is not present in B. So X belongs to A and X doesn't belong to B. So we will use basically Venn diagrams so that it will look it will be easier to find out. Okay, so we will do examples, in that way it will be clearer to you. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. So now let's see this tree, intersection, union, and this is new one. Let's concentrate on this two first, intersection. So intersection, we know that intersection of two sets. Let's say this is our set A, this is our set B. So this part is our intersection, A intersection B. Okay, so like this. So intersection B means A, X belongs to A and this. Okay, and X belongs to B. So intersection is similar to and then next is set union. So set union means, so let's say this is our A and B set, this one is A and this one is B. So A union B means either this or this, the total thing. Okay, so A union B means X belongs to A or X belongs to B. So union is similar as or. So check this. Okay, this is or. Okay, so this is not and, this is or. So this is or, this is and. So this union is total of A and B. So now an important point is, note, if A intersection B is equals to phi, means null set, then A and B are disjoint sets. So A intersection B, this two, so this two A intersection B will be null, because this part A, there is nothing like A intersection B. So this is basically saying this, that if A intersection B is null, then it is disjoint set. So these two are disjoints. So now the next important thing is symmetric difference or Boolean sum. Okay, so I think this is new to you. Others are, we use a lot of times intersection, union, all this, their difference and all, but this is the new one. So this is symmetric difference or Boolean sum, it can be called. So now let's see, this can written it like a small a triangle B, or A. This is not XOR. Okay, so don't think it like XOR in DLD. So this is not XOR, this is written it like this, but I think in GATE they will not leave you hanging. They will tell you that symmetric difference or Boolean sum, they will tell you, and then they will try to tell you to find out whatever the question is. So now it is X belongs to A or X belongs to B, but X doesn't belong to A intersection B. So either the see this part, this is true, but this intersection part is not there. So how, let's say this with example it will be clearer. So A and B are two sets, there's the joint part, the intersection part is not there. So this part, just the intersection part is not included in our answer. So this can be derived like this: A, this symmetric difference is equals to A minus B union B minus A. So A minus B means A minus B means this. Okay, so you can understand this, A minus B. So A is this, B is this. See, if we remove B from A, so this part will be there. So this is coming, this part is coming. So next we have to make union of this. So B minus A. So this was total B. Now if we remove the A part, this will be B minus A. So this part will be B minus A, this part will be A minus B. Union of these two will be our the result. This can be also written as A union B minus A intersection B. How it is coming? A union B means this whole thing. So let's remove this. A union B means this whole thing, and we have to remove just this intersection part. Then it is coming as our answer. Okay. So this all this. See, we whatever the question is asking, we will use the Venn diagram, and it will be very easy to just get the answer. Don't have to remember anything. Okay. So now let's say this. Now don't get scared by just looking in this all this formulas, laws. Actually, I swear you don't have to remember anything. No one is going to ask you in GATE about this formulas. You have to, like laws or everything. Everything is you can just derive in your exam only. I did. No, you don't have to remember anything. In semesters, I don't know that. I have no idea. I don't even remember what. In which semester this was there in present in our syllabus. So just GATE perspective, you can just derive in your exam. You don't have to remember anything. So now let's see. These are some laws which you must be knowing, like commutative, then associative. All these are like you have heard somewhere. Let's see. Even if you haven't, there is no problem in it, because I will tell you how to do all this. So commutative laws means you just between A or A plus B, you can just B plus A will give you the same thing. Okay, so you just what to say, just make it opposite, mirror image kind of thing. So let's say this is A union B, which is also equals to B union A. Doesn't matter. Okay, so in what way we write, it doesn't matter. Same with A intersection B is equals to B intersection A. Okay, so now this is symmetric difference, so not XOR. Okay, this is not XOR. I am telling you again and again, this is not XOR. So A symmetric difference B is equals to B symmetric difference A. Okay, so next is associative laws. So associative laws means this bracket will move to next position. So if it is equal or not. So if like the first, if we take A union B and then take union C, if we just move the brace this way, B union over B union C, this will be same. Okay, like this, A intersection B is taken first, then it is intersection with C, doing intersection with C. So now if we just take the intersection of B and C first, and then if we take the intersection of A, then it will be same with symmetric difference. It is not symmetric difference, it into Boolean sum. What is that name? Yes, it is symmetric difference, I forgot. Yes, this is symmetric. I also tend to forget these names. I'm not good with all this, remembering things and all. Or Boolean sum. Just while ago I did and I now forgot. Okay, so like this. If you are like me, then you also don't need to worry. You will get through it. Okay. So now distributive laws means here this union is distributed over this intersection. So even if you can easily like derive. Okay, it's nothing like that. Here union is distributed over this intersection. So A union total of B intersection C can be written as A union B intersection of A union C. Similarly, this intersection can be distributed over our union. So A intersection B union C can be written it like A intersection B union A intersection C. Okay. So now next is De Morgan's law. So De Morgan's law we have used so many times, even in mathematical logic we have seen. So A union B whole complement is C union is changing to intersection. Okay. So now A union B whole complement is changed is equals to A complement in intersection B complement. Okay. So and next is A intersection B whole complement is equals to A complement union B complement. Let's see, they can take this example only. So this is our A, this is our B. So A, B, let's say 1, 2, 3 and the whole universe is 4. So let's find out this. A union B is 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So if we take the A union B inverse, will just come as just apart from all this whole thing, whatever it is basically 4. Okay, so now also let's say A complement, A is here 1 and 2, and now A complement will be 1, 2 are there, just removed 3 and 4. 3 and 4 will be there in our A complement like this. So next is B. So B is 3 or 2 and 3, sorry, 2 and 3. So B complement will come down to as 2 and 3 I just remove from the whole universe, it will be 1 and 4. So it is saying A complement intersection B complement. So in this intersection only 4 is there, is in common in both, so it is 4. See how easily you can just derive it. So 4 and 4 are equal, so this holds. Okay, so this holds. Similarly you can find out this also. So and similarly anything can be found out, you don't have to worry or remember anything, you can find out easily. It's nothing, no big deal, you can find out. I have shown you one example, we will do more examples, even PYQs, so you can understand this is very easy. Next is idempotent laws. So A union A is obviously A, so you are not unioning with anything else, just simple. B union B intersection B is B, so this is our B. If we take intersection of B, it doesn't matter, so same only. And absorption law, A union A intersection A union of A intersection B is A. So you can just I also cannot remember all this. Okay, I just, if any question comes, I derive it like this. A intersection of A union B is A, so you can derive it like this. Modular laws are there. A union B intersection C is equals to A union intersection just A union B union C if A is subset of C. This condition is there. Another one is A intersection B union C is equals to A union of B intersection C if and only if C is subset of A. Okay, and these are some important things. This you can like that, you have to not remember, this is very easy, but have to look crucially. Okay, here, so A union phi, so it will be A only. So this is, let's say this is our universe which is containing subset A. So you are unioning or adding with null set, so it will be A only. So null set, it will give you A, and A intersection null set. So this is intersection, null set intersection, anything will be null only because you are taking the intersection part, so it will be null, nothing to worry here. Now next is A union, this is universe. Okay, this is our universe, not again any union. So A union universe, so this is our A, this is we are unioning with the whole thing, it will come down to as universe. And next is A intersection universe will be A, because this thing intersection, this is just the A part only. Okay, so now A union A complement, so this part is A, this part is A, all the rest is A complement. So if we take the union of both the things, it will come down to as union only. And if we take intersection, so there is nothing, there is basically disjoint set like this. So this is null, A union A complement will be null. Okay, so let's see some examples, then we will do some PYQs. So now let's see some examples here. Okay, so that you'll understand, you don't have to remember, you just need to practice. Okay, so example 1, which of the following is not true? Among this, which is not true? So let's see, all these are about A and B, so there are only two sets. Let's take the Venn diagram first. This is set A, this is B. Okay, so A, B, and the whole is universe. So this is, let's say 1, this part is intersection is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. Now let's find out if it is like true or false. First one, let's take the first one. So A minus B, so just don't think it like this, like A minus plus B like this, don't think it like this. Okay, this is set. Okay, this is not don't do it like general way. So now B, so here let's say we have to find out. So first is just do left hand side and right hand side, and if it's equal, then the given is true, or else it is not true. Like that you just go on by one. Okay, 1 second. So now first is A contains 1 and 2, then A minus B. A is this, let's write it down, 1 and 2 minus this 2 and 3. Okay, you can just write it down as like 1, but since we are practicing first, let's do that. B is containing 2 and 3. So now 1 comma 2 and 1 2 minus 2, it is 1. Okay, so B is containing 2 and 3. So 1 2, this is 2. Okay, 1 2 minus 1, which will contain 2. Okay, and this is containing 2 and 3. So 1 2 minus 2 means one part is cancelled, so 2 and 2, this contains 2 and this contains 3, so this is not equal. Okay, so now this part is not equal. So which we have to find, which of the following is not true? So this is actually false, so this is our answer, but let's anyway check our others also. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Let's do some more practice, you will be able to do by your own. So now let's say number B, A minus, it was just the same thing, I rubbed it out. So A minus B, and this is A intersection B. So this is A intersection B means just the 2, and A is 1 2, and A minus B is 1. So 1 2 minus 1, this is 1. See, I wrote it down like this. Okay, A minus B just 1, I have wrote it down. See, A is 1 and 2, so if we just remove B part, it will remain 1. So 1 and, sorry, this is not 1. So 1 2 minus 1, it will come down as 2. So 2 and 2, this is equal, so this is true. Next, let me see first, then we will rub it out. No, next is different. So number C, let's say number C. So number C is containing, left hand side is containing A intersection B union A union B complement, and right hand side is just A. So intersection B means 2, then union A means 1 and 2, union B complement means this is removed 1 and 4. Okay, so this is intersection of all this, and A means 1 and 2. Okay, so now A union, this is 2, 1, all union 1, 2 and 4, and this is 1, 2. Let me check once. So sorry, I wrote this wrong. Okay, so this is not union, this is our here it is intersection, that's why it was coming like this. So here it is intersection, so 1 2 intersection 1 4, it will come as 1 only, so 4 is not coming here. So here it is 1 2, here it is also 1 2, which is equal, so this is true. Next is this, which is different, so let me erase this. Now option D, B intersection of A union B, and here right hand side is containing just B. Now let's see, B means 2 and 3. See, you can number it anyways. If you number it in a different way, like 5 6 7 8 like this, 5 6 7 8, yes, then you also get the correct answers only. Might be this elements different, but answer will be correct anyways. Okay, so like if you can take this as 1, this is as 3, and something different like orders, then it will be same also. Answer is coming will be same. So now A means 1 and 2, union B means 2 and 3. Okay, and this B here only 2 and 3. So 2 comma 3 intersection, this is 1 to 3, 2 3. This intersection part has got 2 and 3 common, so 2 and this is also 2 and 3, which is equal. So you can see this is also true. So I hope you have understood how easily you can find it out. This is very easy, you don't have to remember anything, any law. De Morgan's law you will remember anyways, because like you will be using so many times, and commutative associative we will use in DLD and all, but other, like you don't have to remember it like law and law. Okay, law thing you can just derive it anyways, because it is better to derive how, like here you can apply some law and get the answer, but it is easier this way. You don't have to remember, just derive. In exam also, if something different is given, you can just put the numbers and you can just derive. Okay, so now let's say this, this is example 2. Okay, so now which of the following is not true? All four options are given, you have to find out which one is not true. So same way, just take the first example. If A is subset of B, then B complement is subset of A complement. So if it is true or not. So let's take the example here. So first is A is a part of B, so the B is the outer subset, A is inner subset. Okay, this is A, this is B, and this is universe. Okay, so just see this. Okay, just don't write some common part and like this, then you will not may not get the answer. So first is A is containing 1 like this. Okay, so this is given. So now first is B complement. So B complement means other than anything, B is 3 and A complement is 2 and 3. So 3 is a part of 2 and 3. So then 3, right? 3 is a subset. Yes, so this is right. I was thinking something else. So 3 is a part of 2 and 3. So this is right. Okay. So like this, don't just jump into like similar like the previous way. just see what is asking, they are asking. Okay, so now here next is A is given, let's say A containing this elements A and B. So these are the elements inside this set A. Now power set of A will contain, first is the trivial one, that is null set, then singleton set A, singleton set B, and the whole A B. Okay, we put double commas ready as a second brackets. Obviously this is set, I will know. So now A union P A means A this both this union, what is the is equals to phi or not. So actually if you see, you may think like this, that this is common here, but it is not. Okay, so this is actually true. Why I am saying you this, these are elements. Okay, so A and B are elements of A, so A and B are elements of A. The whole thing is set, so the whole thing, this A is, or whole thing is set, but A and B are this not singleton set, these are just elements. So when we are taking this power set of A, we are taking phi, and these are singleton sets, so these are different. So these are sets, these are not just element, these are just sets, and this is the whole set. Okay, so this is basically coming down to as phi. So this is nothing, this is just the phi part, so this has nothing in common. So simple set and its power set will always have, the intersection part will always be a null set, it will not contain anything. Okay, so this will not contain anything, will contain null set only. So this is actually true. So I hope you have understood this. So these are elements and these are all sets, so these two are different. So here A and B are elements, and this A is a singleton set, B is a singleton set, and this is a set. Okay, so set inside a set. Okay, like this. So now next is P A and P of P A, power set of this one. So P, okay, I have missed this. Okay, this is actually false, this was the answer. Actually A and intersection of PA will give you null set, but not anything else. So I think it is recording or not. So now here PA intersection PPA means power set of all this. Okay, so power set of all this we have to see. Now let's see. First will be the trivial one, will always be this null set, and then set of this. Why I am putting two braces? Because this were, let's now for this power set of this is for power set of finding power set. Let's say these are in this power set, these all are elements. Now we have to find the power set of all this. Now it will contain, go on like this. So here what is asking is equals to phi of phi or not. It will contain this intersection will contain phi or not. So it is basically containing phi. Okay, so here if you see here phi and phi, this is common, so intersection will contain this phi, and this is our set. So this set will contain phi. So now for power set of A, let's say this power set is containing all these elements, which the first one, initial one, not initial, let's say the trivial one is phi, and when we are finding power set of power set, phi will be always there because it is a trivial one and all the elements will be there. So when we are taking intersection of this, so phi will come in common, and phi is coming as in like this set. Okay, so phi is common in these two sets, so it is phi. So the answer is correct here. So the only option which is not true is option C. So now let's see this. we have to find out which is not true. This is example 3. So firstly let's see, these are containing 3 sets. So let's take 3 sets in this universe, A, B and C. So now A is here, A, B and C. So this is, let's say 1, this is A, B and C. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the universe is 8, let's say. Okay, so now let's find out the first one, A minus B minus C, A minus C minus B. Okay, I am putting equals here. Let's say if it is equal or not. So now let's find out. So A means here 1, 4. You can just write it down easily. Okay, so if you are comfortable enough, you can write it down. Let's say we are writing it down like this. We have practiced 2. Let's say we are writing it down like this. So A minus B, it will contain just 1 and 5. You can see if this is A and you are removing the B part, this is remaining 1 and 5. Minus C. C will contain a lot of things, 5, 6, 7 and 3. So we are removing this from this, so just 5 will be removed, so it will remain 1. So now let's see, A minus C. A minus C means this 2 will be removed, 1 and 4. B will contain a lot of things, 4, 2, 6, 7. Okay, what I am writing, I was thinking something else. Okay, so B will contain 4, 2, 6 and 7. So 1, 4 minus all this is only 4 is minus, so 1. So yeah, it is true. So this is true. The first one is true. So let's see second one. Okay, second one, I am not rubbing out the left side because left side is similar. So just the right side. So A minus C minus B minus C. A minus C means yes, we are removing the C part. So 1 and 4 is there. Minus B minus C means we are removing this from B. C part is remaining removed, 4 and 2. So 1, 4 minus 4, 2, 4 is removed. Yes, it is 1. So this is true. So this is also true. Okay. So I hope this is understandable. This is very easy. Okay, we are just practicing more. Now let's see the third example. Option C. So A, and this is our symmetric difference, where we will not take the intersection part. And here again, this is not XOR. I am telling you again and again. It may be boring, but it's better safe than sorry. Okay, so now first is B union C. A, okay, I am writing A. A means 1, 4, 6 and 5, all this, and B is 4, everything. This is 4, 2, 6, 7, 5 and 3, all this. So we have to take which is not common. Okay, so among this, which are common? So 4 is common, 4 we cannot take, 6 is also common and 5 is also common. So let's take the other part. 1, here 2, then 7 and then 3. 1, 2, 7, 3. These are different. 1, 2, 7 and 3. Okay, let's see if it is equal or not. So A and B, this 2 will not be taken. So just the intersection part will not be taken in this symmetric difference. So 1, 5. Symmetric difference B means 2, 7. 2, 7 whole union. Let's write it down here. So A and C. So A and C, this 2 won't be taken. Okay, so I could have written down, sorry. Okay, it was first is A, this part won't be taken, 1, 2, 5 and 7. Okay, so now union of A and C, in between these two the intersection part is not taken between A and C, so 1, 4, then 7 and 3. Okay, so now union of all this, so 1, 2, 5, 7, 4 and 3. So this is basically not equal. Okay, so this is not equal, this is something different, this is coming as something different, so this is false. Okay, so now let's see the last one. So option D, A minus B union C and A minus B union A minus C. So now A is 1, 4, 6, 5. Okay, and B union C means everything, 4, 2, then 6, 7, this part. B union C is this part, 6, 7, then 5 and 3. B one, this other than B, this and this whole thing. So this is coming as 4 is taken away, then 6 is taken away, then 5 is taken away. So 4, 6, 5 all are there, so just 1 is coming out. So now from this A minus B is 1 and 5. See, you can see it like this. Okay, you can write it down anyway, but it's you are now, because of practice, you can see like this. So A is total 1, 4, 6, 5, and if you remember, remove this B part, it will be 1 and 5. So 1 and 5. Intersection A minus C. A minus C means this part, so it will remain 1 and 4. So the common is 1 only, so this is equal. Okay, so this is true, so the only option here is this is false. So you have to find out that which is not true. So option C is our option here, no, false. So like this, I hope you have understood this. So I have taken some examples, we'll continue more. See, this is a here lengthy topic, but this is not very tough. Okay, this is easy, and this has got a lot of question. I think this has got a lot of question in GATE. I have to find out. Okay, I have to see. I don't remember exactly, but I have to see. There are a lot of questions in GATE. I hope you have understood this, and see you in next video. And please subscribe to my channel. See, I am actually not well today. I don't have COVID. I mean, I hope I don't get it anytime soon, but I did some exercises to keep in shape, and that backfired. Actually, I have so much of body ache, and standing for more than 1 hour is difficult for me, so I am trying my best here. So if you are watching, so I am really grateful to you. I am just trying to help you out. So like YouTube is free, I am trying to help you, whoever preparing for the GATE, I am trying to help them. So like this, because teaching is my passion, I want to teach more and more, and so like this, that's why I am preparing videos and all. So I hope you like my videos. So please subscribe. Okay, please subscribe to my channel if you love my videos like this. And if you have doubt, please mail me. Okay, so text and all I may miss, please mail me, bosdeshna135@gmail.com. okay, if you mail me, I will try to reply you. And if you have any doubts or anything regarding how to prepare and any subject related, I'll try to help you out. Okay, so this is all about today. today I will not be able to make more videos. I hope and I'll try to make more videos possible, and I'll soon, and dynamic programming and mathematics aptitude I'll try to do in parallel. So I hope you have loved this video. Please, if you have loved this video, so subscribe and click the bell icon. Okay, so and also like and share with your friends, like the video and share. If you find this helpful, share with your friends who are also preparing. Okay, so bye for now. We will meet in next video.